Hi, my name is Morgan, and I'm the business and nonprofit librarian with Greensboro Public Library. Today, I want to explore one of the newer features Greensboro Public Library is bringing to our community in 2021 with our database Simply Analytics: the ability to find the top market segments in a location using Simmons mosaic segments. If that sentence didn't make a lot of sense to you, let's break it down with some definitions of terms you may not be familiar with. First, if you're not familiar with Simply Analytics, a powerful demographic and market research tool for researchers, small businesses, nonprofits, and more, I encourage you to check out my other videos exploring what Simply Analytics is and how it works. Okay, secondly, what is a top market segment and why should you even care about it? For small businesses and even nonprofits, finding your top market segment can be a great way to find consumers or companies that are uniquely interested in your product or service and help you understand their motivations, aspirations, and what makes them tick. The website Investopedia defines a market segment as a group of people who share one or more common characteristics lumped together for marketing purposes. Each market segment is unique, and marketers use various criteria to create target markets for their products or their services. Marketing professionals approach each segment differently after fully understanding the needs, lifestyles, demographics, and personality of the target customer. Okay, so now that we have a better idea of what a market segment is, what does that have to do with Simmons market segment? Let's start with Simmons. Simmons, or more specifically MRI Simmons, is a consumer survey company, and it is one of the oldest and most respected authorities on consumer behavior. Companies such as Spotify, Dell Computers, Coca-Cola, and others use data generated by MRI Simmons surveys to better understand their consumers and potential new market opportunities. Now, what is a mosaic segment? Simmons Mosaic is a household-based consumer lifestyle segmentation system that essentially classifies all of the United States households and neighborhoods into 71 unique descriptive segments that are organized into 19 overarching groups. The classification is based upon similar income, buying habits, age, household composition, and life events. You'll see that these mosaic segments sometimes have funny names, but the potential insights to be gained by your business on the attitudes and preferences of your potential consumers are well worth the effort of researching and Simply Analytics. So let's jump in with a project I've already created and learn how to find your top market segment in a specific location. Like I said earlier, check out my other videos on Simply Analytics to learn how to create projects, add data, and do a lot more. Okay, here's a project I've started looking at the population density in Greensboro, North Carolina. The map is always the first report auto-generated in Simply Analytics. But for our purposes, I want to use a different report called a related data table to quickly look at all the different mosaic segments for Greensboro. To do that, the first thing I want to do is come over to the right-hand side of the screen and select New View. From here, I can see all the different reports available to me, and I want to scroll down until I see Related Data Table. I'm going to go ahead and hit Create. Now, the next step I need to do is go ahead and add in some mosaic data. So to find that, I'm going to come to the left. I'm going to make sure data is selected here at the top, and I'm going to scroll down until I see market segments. I'm going to click there. And this is going to open up all the segmentation data that is available in Simply Analytics. So I can click on any of these data variables. At this point, it doesn't matter which one I click on as long as I see it says the word mosaic in there. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this first one here. I'm going to exit out. And I just want to look in Greensboro specifically, so I'm going to deselect the United States. I'm going to make sure my mosaic data is selected, and then I'm going to hit Done. Now the database is going to pull all data that is similar to the data point I selected. Essentially, it's going to pull all the mosaic data into this report, quickly allowing me to see the makeup of Greensboro in terms of mosaic market segmentation. So At the top here, right now, this data is sorted from largest to smallest. If I wanted to, I could reverse that sort order as well. Now, as I said earlier, this data sometimes has funny names that at the outset doesn't really tell you a whole lot about what the data is. So for example, this says mid-scale medley. But if I click on the data itself, so it's highlighted, I get some options here. And if I click on this option, View Metadata, this is going to tell me a lot more about the data itself. So I'm going to be able to learn more about this particular segment. I can read here, it says a middle-aged, middle-income, single adults and family living in urban areas. And the more I scroll down, the more I'm going to learn about this particular data segment. Also, if I wanted to understand more how this data was collected, or if I wanted to cite this data, this is going to provide me most of the information I'm going to need to do that. That wasn't so bad, was it? I hope you found that video helpful. We are so excited to be able to provide access to this database for free online through the Greensboro Public Library with just your Greensboro Public Library card. Like I said earlier, don't forget to check out our other videos exploring Simply Analytics and generating data, reports, and doing a lot more. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to the Information Services Department at 336-335-5430. You can also email me directly. You'll see my email at the end of this video. On behalf of the Greensboro Public Library, thanks for watching and happy researching.